Welcome to another aXpire update, this time for week 36 of 2019. On the project side of things, Resolvr is entering into the next phase of development with a $30 billion anchor client, and we're in talks with 3 additional potential clients. For Biller, development is going well, and we're ready to release the product by the end of the year. On the Matchbox side of things, development has been slowed by our developers needing to pay attention to Paybox, but we're still on track for a V1 release in Q4 2019. As for Paybox, development is going well, and we're working through compliance at the moment with our advisors and product partners. Lastly, we have Coinbox/digital shares, but we have increase coming in weekly. We'll find out next week whether a potential customer wants to work with us for the product. That's all for the project updates for this week. Next, we have This Week in Crypto, bringing a collection of news and happenings from this past week to your attention, as well as giving you our brief opinion on them. In a report by Reuters last Sunday, the National Coordination Committee of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, or North Korea, for anti-money laundering and countering the financing of terrorism, yes, it's a mouthful, accused the United States and other, quote, hostile forces of spreading ill-hearted rumors, denying a recent United Nations report's claims that they had hacked banks and cryptocurrency exchanges for a combined amount of $2 billion, fiat and crypto combined. A spokesperson of the agency said the following, quote, "Such a fabrication by the hostile forces is nothing but a sort of nasty game aimed at tarnishing the image of our republic and finding justification for sanctions and pressure campaigns against the DPRK. To put it simply, we're not exactly believers in North Korea's mission, and many things point to them being the perpetrator of these hacks, but ultimately they'd never confirm that regardless." In other news, the vice president of Apple Pay, Jennifer Bailey, briefly talked about cryptocurrencies to CNN at a San Francisco event. She said the following in regards to Apple's stance on crypto, quote, "We think it's interesting. We think it has interesting long-term potential." Bailey did not mention any firm or direct plans of Apple venturing into the crypto space, but it's clear that cryptocurrency and blockchain technology is now on their radar. It's not surprising given the recent press that the space has gotten from the Libra-related Senate hearings and so on. The United States Department of Energy has funded a startup using the Factom blockchain with $200,000 for a trial into using blockchain technology to detect malicious activity on the power grid. This is another great example of blockchain being used to advance businesses' interest as well as government's interest. It's certainly encouraging to see agents of the government being willing to fund trials into using the great technology that is blockchain, because as we all know, it has legitimate benefits for a long array of industries and applications. The Factom blockchain is also working with the Department of Homeland Security, as well as the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, and other applications of the technology, cementing Factom as a strong and interesting blockchain contender for real-world use. We're very interested and excited to see more applications in the real or traditional world. In stable token news, Paxos has announced that they're launching a gold-backed cryptocurrency onto the Ethereum blockchain. They believe that this currency will attract more traders as a regulated and, quote, hard money crypto assets. Binance also announced that they're launching a new USD-backed coin in cooperation with Paxos, with both cryptocurrencies being approved by the New York Department of Financial Services. Changpeng Zhao, the CEO of Binance, said the following in a press release. Quote, "We hope to unlock more financial services for the greater blockchain ecosystem through the issuance of BUSD, including more use cases and utility through the power of stable digital assets." He also said, quote, "Paxos is leading the digital trust space, and we are excited to work with them in developing our native stable token." There's a ton of stable coins out there already, but when an entity like Binance gets involved, it's essentially a certainty that the coin will get traction. It will be interesting to see if the Binance USD manages to outcompete established stablecoins like Tether. That's all for this week's update. Thanks for watching.